Good morning, Corpus Christi. Saharan dust is playing a role in our weather. As we head into this afternoon and this evening, you're really going to start to notice more of that dust coming up from out of the south. This is paused today at 7:30. You'll notice more dust by sunrise and especially by sunset on Thursday. That's when you'll really notice those hazy skies, the more vibrant sunrises and sunsets, and you may even be impacted by some allergy-like symptoms. Here's the thing, the Saharan dust is going to stick around Thursday and potentially even into Friday, but we are going to see a little bit of moisture that will try to suppress some of that Saharan dust, and most of it does move out by Saturday. There's still a couple of waves of that Saharan dust coming off the coast of Africa there, and that does work to suppress tropical activity. So we are not expecting tropical activity in the next 5 days, as that Saharan dust has really been the story all hurricane season long so far. The Pacific Ocean, the Pacific Basin remains fairly active. We are watching a new area of development likely over the next 5 days at 80% just off the coast of Mexico. And then we have potential tropical or post-tropical Cyclone Frank. We have Tropical Depression Georgette, and 20% chance of new development also out in the Pacific Basin. None of those having any major impacts to land and especially to the United States, but that was a different story. 52 years ago today, Celia made landfall right here in the coastal bend, right around Corpus Christi Bay. Some of the strongest winds moving on the north side of the bay through Aransas Pass and Robstown. It is considered a Category 4 storm at landfall. That was after the Atlantic Hurricane Reanalysis Project dove into some of the numbers and changed that designation. It looks like back in February. It had been considered Category 3 before that. Some of the max wind speeds, these are your max wind gusts across the region, 175 miles per hour, especially on the north side of the bay and even through downtown. And then we saw winds as high as 180 miles per hour through Robstown and Aransas Pass. Now that's the gust. This is the hurricane that Robert Simpson did survey to create the Saffir-Simpson scale, or co-create it rather. He was from Corpus Christi and used this hometown storm to really designate those sustained wind speeds that we still use today to categorize our storms. That Category 5 storm has sustained winds greater than 156 miles per hour. Category 4, which is what Celia is considered, is 130 to 156. As far as today goes across the bay, much calmer conditions, but we are a little breezy. So if you are headed out on the water today, we may have some choppy conditions, especially heading into the afternoon. Winds are out of the south-southeast at 11 miles per hour, 83 degrees. Is your temperature at 8:12. Here's where we're headed though. Today, 97 degrees. Winds will be out of the south-southeast, 15 to 25 miles per hour. Those gusts, 35 miles per hour. And your heat index, 110 degrees in Corpus Christi. Overnight, partly cloudy and breezy, 79 degrees, very muggy. Winds will be out of the south-southeast, 12 to 22 miles per hour. Sunsets at 8:18. In your day planner, here's what you need to know. That heat index gets above 100 by 11 a.m. We'll stay around 100 through 7 p.m. and then we'll continue to see temperatures go down, but even after the sunset, 84 degrees, your air temperature. Heat index values across the region, 114 in Alice, 113 in Kingsville, 110 in Corpus Christi. So these are heat advisory levels. We are tracking that heat advisory for inland Nueces, inland Clayburgh, and into Jim Wells, and even McMullen and Live Oak County as well. Here's the deal. Texas has a lot of dry continental air being pumped into it. So we're going without rainfall. We could really use the rain to help with this heat, right? That's going to change a little bit as the high pressure shifts into the central plains. We start to see more moisture and a wave of energy coming through the Gulf. This little inverted low is going to start to increase rain chances in Houston and possibly a few isolated storms in Corpus Christi heading into Friday. We see a better opportunity for rain on Saturday, but those storms still look isolated to scattered, so don't expect widespread rain and don't count on the rain. Just know that there is an opportunity. Even Sunday, we're still tracking that isolated potential. In your 7-day forecast, We check Saharan dust and drier conditions on Thursday, so our temperature will likely be even higher. 98 degrees, heat index 111. As we head into Friday, we see the storm chances go up. Temperatures go down by Saturday, your high 93 degrees. And then we slowly heat back up as we see more sunshine heading into next week.